Hello, Monsters Abound here, and welcome to Stories from the Outbreak, which is, again, it's currently in early access. It is a roguelike, node-like. You know these types of games where you have, like, the node path? Things like, you know, FTL, Pegglin, Slay the Spire, that kind of thing. So that is, I'm going to call it a node-like. That's trademarked, you can't use it. So this is a Zomble game. It's sort of pixely, which is quite cool. And I've been playing a lot of Zomble games recently. I don't know why. Maybe there's a glut of them, or just maybe I like Zomble games. I never really felt like I did, but maybe I do. There we go. So this game is a turn-based roguelike, node-like, where you are crawling across the map, going to different locations, and trying to basically escape the Zomble apocalypse on a ferry for some reason with fuel. I don't know why. You also have food as a resource there. And you start off the game, so there's a whole bunch of different characters. You start off with two unlocked. These guys, you start off with Anna and Yanis. Yanis here is quite an empathetic and peaceful kind of guy. He's a chill kind of guy. His abilities are things like a rusted blade, which deals poison damage, deals 4 damage, and poison. Damage does not scale with focus. He gets recover, so he gets extra protection. He gets wild shout, so he can taunt and gets protection there. And reciprocation, which means that he will deal damage back at attackers. So he's pretty chill. And then, of course, we have Anna, who is a troubled young lady, because her abilities are things like Bat Bash, Carnage, Hemorrhage, and Bloody Triumph. Fair enough. Redheads, am I right? Anyway, so you start off with these two characters, but there is a whole swath of characters that you can meet. Not only during your game, you'll pick up additional survivors along the way, but you will also be able to unlock those to play at the start of the game. So you start off with these two. I've already unlocked one other character, but as you find them, as you play the game, you'll sort of like level them up. So you might not get them the first time you meet them during a game, depending on how far you get. But the more and more you meet them and play as them, you'll unlock them, and then eventually you will start unlocking new skills, for example, because Anna and Yanis here, they usually only have 3 skills, but we've unlocked Bloody Triumph. I think there's also upgrades for the skills they have, which then should make the run, you know, a little bit easier, because it is quite brutal. I will be honest, it is a fairly brutal game, and I think the first time I didn't even make it to the boss. I have made it past the boss a couple of times now, but still, then you go on to like the next map and so on and so forth. I will say, because this is an early access game, obviously the title is Stories from the Outbreak, so the idea is that you're sort of generating this story that you're going to follow, you know, with these characters until eventually they cark it. With that said, they have said that that's not currently really in there, and it really isn't. You will run into the same events quite often. The characters don't really have much interplay with each other. So there's not really that going on. So it's basically just the mechanics of the actual sort of like combat and node crawling. So we start off here, and we get 3 options. We can choose which path we want to take. I am going to take... kind of tempted to take like this path. So let's go for the food first. Sometimes getting food requires breaking into stores, smashing vending machines, looting warehouses, taking from abandoned cars, stealing from other scavengers, and so on. But not everything needs to be difficult. Sometimes you just find a tote bag of supplies lying on the bench. Simple as that. After taking the bag and walking for half a block, the team is stopped by another group of scavengers. Hey, are you gathering fuel to enter the ferry as well? Alright, cool. Look, we're pretty low on food ourselves. Is there food in the bag over there? How about we buy it from you? The team can keep the newfound food or sell it. I'm going to keep the food. Fair enough. All right, I guess. Good luck out there. I guess we'll keep searching. They head in the direction the team just came from. Had they been there 2 minutes earlier, the food would have been theirs. Food is used in these storehouses, or the safe houses, I should say, to basically recover your health. If you don't have enough food, then you will take health damage when you reach those. So, in some cases, it might be a good idea to, like, not visit them if you don't have enough food. Which is weird, but never mind. Okay, so the team expects danger here. Indeed, there is danger. So we've got some of the infected. So we've got an infected guy, and we've got a hound, a doggo. Now, the way the combat works So we have like a timeline up here, and we can see that Anna's there, we can see the infected, and the hound is there. Now these guys, the first round they don't do anything, but the time sort of like comes along here, so it's going to come along here. Anna's going to get her go, which is where we are at the moment. Then the infected, then the hound, and then Yanis is going to get his go. And then depending on the ability we use, we can see that there's a little ghost icon there of Anna, and that's going to be how long until she gets her next go, basically. The other thing to mention is focus. So focus is quite important. Focus is built up in these little bars here. So each 4 focus you acquire, you sort of like level up your focus. That will increase your damage. It will also give you a buff. So building that up as quickly as possible is obviously quite useful. I think we're going to go with a bat bash, and we're just going to hit the doggo. So 10 damage to doggo, nothing too exciting there, that's fine. Right, we can see that Yanis is currently being targeted by the enemy, so we can shield him up, recover him. I'll give him a little bit of extra armor. The blue is the armor. The armor is replenished each battle, but your health is not. Health is pretty hard to come by, to be honest. I'm just going to go and hit the doggo again. So Yanis is once again under attack, so we're just going to shield him, because the more we shield him, we can just slowly wear down that doggo. Oof. Also, you can see we've got 4 total focus, so Anna's got 2 total focus, which means that she gets 2 extra damage. So we can put that doggo down. And that means we're now only having to deal with the infected. Now, once again, the infected is attacking Yanis. I'm going to shield him up, try and give him some protection from that. He did take some damage there, because that did a lot of damage. Oh, you're doing a lot of damage. You're now attacking Anna, which is actually probably good for us. I could actually go with bleed, but I feel like keeping going with a bat. So we have buffed our focus up, so we get some options here. We can debilitate. Enemies lose 3 strength for 10 ticks after getting hit by the character. Deal extra strength damage to bleeding enemies. Heal toughness health whenever choosing a focus buff. Well, I'm going to go with less strength, I think. And I am going to go with recover. Try and protect Anna a little bit. It's going to give us our focus buff. So we are going to go with protect teammates. So that's going to give everyone 4. Okay, you now do 14 damage. We could go with Carnage. It takes a long time to recover, that's the only thing. And also that will reduce your strength, so hopefully you won't hit us as hard. I am going to... We're going to Rusty Axe here. Okay, only 2 damage. It's not too bad. I think... Okay, you aren't... So, it's only 10 ticks, isn't it? We can... Okay, well, we can finish him off. We can just bat him. There we go. The dead bodies of the foes are a reminder that the team may yet find a way to survive in the dying city. It's got an ability unlocked. We've got Unhinged Intimidation from Anna there. Let's say she was troublesome. Vitamin C and a story piece of Central Police Precinct recordings. Click. A man ran into the station saying he saw a dead man walking. That's the 4th time this month. But as far as I know, there's been no cases of CRA-20 here so far. I'll keep you posted. Okay, we have a Vitamin C. During combat, characters convert all excess healing into protection. I mean, that's fine, but I'd very rarely get any healing, so never mind. We're going to find a new character, new survivor. And this is Samantha. She has, what she's got? Pulverize. Deal 8 damage, deal double damage to the target has protection. Momentum gives 3 protection, extra 1. Max 20 for every 3 protection you have. And Parry grants 3 immunity. Alright, alright. Alright, I mean, it's fine, it's fine. At first, hearing the faint, distant growls and moans of zombies seems like an auditory illusion, striking as a side effect of an apocalyptic trauma. But as the team keep moving and the noise becomes louder, the team realise it's time to be stealthy. Their quiet, slow movements come to an abrupt halt when a scream startles them. Help us, God, please, someone help us! The screams come from a nearby building, and so do the voices of the infected. The team can investigate or keep moving. We should investigate. The team quickly notices the source of the screams. A young man is looking at the team pleadingly from an open second-story window. The team enters the building, finds the apartment, and learns the reason for his distress. A small group of zombies break the door to his room right as the team approaches. The man is holding a younger woman in his arms, and next to him sits an elderly woman in a wheelchair. The team approaches to attack the zombies. Okay, we've got a bouncer, so he's a tough, relentless zombie who defends his allies, and a bog-standard infected. Okay, so this will add additional 5 damage to the next use of Carnage. It only takes 7 time units, which is pretty quick. So we could do that. Sure. Now, neither of you have protection. Grant 3 protect. Okay, we could just like really protect up. If we like beef Yanis up. Do you want to do that? Right, we're going to go Unhinged Intimidation again. Yanis is going to do a Wild Shout to get the taunt in. How much damage does Carnage do? 35. Can we beef it up to 60 and then one-shot that guy? Okay, okay, not too bad, not too bad. I'm going to keep, like, protecting... Okay, so you now have a shield, which is kind of annoying. Could just try and take out the bouncer. Okay, I'm gonna shield myself. Let's keep buffing that. Okay, not too bad. How much damage? That's gonna do 50. Okay. That seems fine. We could do a pulverize. That would do 20 damage. Take his armor off. I don't know what you're doing. What does immunity do? -1, 15 damage from all sorts of other bleed or poison as long as the unit has protection. Oh, okay. Okay. So if I do that on you, and then I do a Wild Shout, you'll just generally take less damage. As long as I can keep them hitting Yanis, and they are currently going for Yanis. Team gains 5 protection for every enemy that has protection. Well, that'd be 5 then. Gain 3 protection whenever using ability. And it takes 5 damage whenever they attack this character. Well, they're not attacking you, so I'm going to go with that one. Okay, they're currently attacking you anyway, so... Let's just... Ooh, that was a big hit. That was a big hit. Big hit. What's that? You've got rage. Okay. You've all... Right. I'm going to Wild Shout. And then we're going to go with more protection. I'm just going to bop you. Do 26 damage. I quite like the... Because that is going to basically reduce any damage by 12, which means he should... Like, Yanis should be pretty tanky now. He's already getting attacked anyway, so I'm going to go with more armor. 45 armor, and plus he gets 12 less damage each time. And he'll return damage. So, I mean, that seems to be working. We'll do something like that. You... Let's do Wild Shout. But then we can all... Now, if we use Bloody Triumph, that is almost certainly going to kill the Bouncer. And also you buff up. Perfect. So, I'm going to go... less strength. Now, I'm going to then start smashing your armor. Which we just did. You no longer have protection. I guess thick skin? Okay, I don't think he can do anything to us. Who you are attacking me. Okay, I'm going to get reciprocation. I'm kind of tempted to like... Kind of tempted to do that, but let's power ourselves up. It's 34. Down he goes. The survivors seem infinitely grateful for the team's help. Thank you so much. My sister and Na and myself, we would be dead if it wasn't for you, your kindness. Please take some supplies. Whatever you need, you've earned it. You need it more than we do. Kind of do, don't you? The man is speechless. Thank you. It's all we can muster as the team keeps going. Perhaps they'll survive. If they repair the doors and hang in there, the team carries on, satisfied with their decision. I'm glad we were able to help people. Hopeful. There is a kindness to be found in humanity, even in these dark times. Thanks, you psychopath. Okay, we don't really need the healing. But there's less problems this way. Their flashlights shine upon the plastic of various machines connected to each other by wires. The light meets dust upon various flasks and bottles of unknown liquids and barely legible scrawlings, presumably describing chemical reactions. This makeshift pharmaceutical laboratory must have brought its owner great fortune, at least before it was mostly destroyed. Creating such supplies after regular pharmacies were looted would surely be a profitable business. However, all that remains of the medicine now are a few leftover boxes of supplies and products left untouched by the miscreants who took everything else, most likely due to the ambiguous nature of those unmarked bottles contain. Perhaps there's painkillers or other valuable medicines here, but it would take a bit of knowledge to tell. I mean, none of us are smart enough to do this. Samantha? A short while passes, a team member who took medicine feel no effect. Perhaps there's no sense in expecting anything else. The team decides they won't find... I mean, you wouldn't just inject yourself with random shit, would you? Sometimes getting food requires breaking into stores, blah, blah, blah. Right, okay, we're going to keep the food. Keep the food. Okay, these guys do a lot of bleed damage. So, ideally we want to kill him quickly. I'm going to go unhinged intimidation to start off with. I am going to go with shield up Yanis. 30 damage. No, I want a bit more. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. Do I want to... I want to Wild Shout. Right, how much damage are you doing? 35. Okay, we'll take one hit from this guy. Ow. Bit of bleed. But then we're going to give you immunity. And then we're going to crack this guy in the head. Boop. Okay, now I've only got one left to worry about. However, we need to keep our armor up because that bleed will just keep ticking away at us. Oof, 4 bleed. That is not the nicest. I don't know whether this... Oh, other than bleed or poison, right? So you'll still take damage, but I guess I want to keep. Wait, who's being attacked? Anna is. Yeah, it's probably a good idea to spread the bleed out a little bit. Not really taking much damage, so... You do have one protect... No, you don't have any protection, do you? I'm going to say 5 damage. Ooh, that's a lot of bleed. That's a lot of bleed. That's a lot of bleed. I'm going to say more protection. Okay, I'm just going to start wailing away on this guy, start doing as much damage as possible. The sooner we bring him down, the better. Yeah, I did think that return damage would probably be a good shout. I need to keep Anna topped up because that 6 bleed is doing a lot. Oh, Anna, 9 bleed! Oh, fuck! You need to die. Sure. Okay, this actually could be worse. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, that could have gone better, but still, it's fine. It's fine. The dead bodies of the foes are a reminder that the team may yet find a way to survive. Right, good. Okay, new ability unlocked. Provide opportunity. Wait delay, then swap the turn order with an ally. Chemical nice. A traffic cone. Every student's favourite. And central police precinct recordings. Click, well, fuck me. They reported the first 3 cases yesterday. The higher-ups are working with the military now, but they're not privy to details. Okay, so we've got a traffic cone. Enemies' first turns are delayed by 10 ticks. Alright, go to the safe house. Seems arrived at an empty but seemingly secure and hidden location. You may rest here. Okay, we can eat food to heal up. And seeing as the boss is next, we may as well do that. Okay, an old man smiles mysteriously as he makes his way towards the team, and the hounds, not immune to the unfortunate effects of the new death, follow loyally by his side. A strange humanity can still be seen in his infected eyes, somehow even more haunting than the lifelessness that of the virus instills in the others. It's dangerous humanity, reflecting a mindful cruelty that the other zombies, too primitive and beastly, would not be capable of. The growls of the hounds by his side indicate that they won't allow you to flee. There's one way to settle this: face the man who has befriended death. Okay, so we've got a zombie boss here. He is the Hound Walker, a mysterious, powerful zombie who builds up focus very quickly and summons hounds upon filling his focus bar. He needs to die ASAP. Oh, I'm kind of tempted to go with bleed, but that doesn't build focus. So... deals 5 damage and applies 2 bleed, which is... like, not very much. I think we're just going to go with a Bat Bash. Just get in there. And we're going to give Yanis some immunity. Currently no one is attacking us, which is great. I'm going to hit them with poison. Okay, they're currently attacking you. So I'm actually... not too... okay, we'll give you immunity. And we'll just go with the bat again. It's fine. Not too much. We're going to go with the poison again, just to try and stack that. The poison does dot damage. The Houndwalker doesn't do very much damage, but he does summon in more doggos, and the doggos do rank up very quickly if you let them. I'm going to give you more immunity. I like the idea of you not taking too much damage. Yeah, you can see the focus just building up so quickly. We're going to go with another Bat Bash, I think. Let us give kind of go with... Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Team gets 5 protection. You don't have any protection. I guess more damage if you get attacked. Okay, very little damage coming out there, which is great. Attempt to do a wild shout. They're not attacking Anna, so I'm kind of okay with that. Kind of okay with that. Okay, Anna going in with the... He's only got... Okay, we might be able to finish him off. I'm going to go with Debilitate. So he gets a little tickle. You're all buffing each other, which is not necessarily a good sign. We could finish off the doggo. Let's kill the doggo. Now they just summoned another one. Okay. I am going to... Let's just go with the poison. Stack that poison up. We will protect everyone. So you can do... So, potentially we can kill off the Hound Walker. He doesn't do very much damage though, so he's not actually I mean, the sooner we kill him, the sooner we can start targeting the doggos though, and they will start doing a catastrophic amount of damage. That's 29. It's worth a punt. Didn't kill him. All of the doggos are buffing each other. He's going to attack. But to be honest, that's not really going to do too much damage anyway. Okay, in that case, give Anna some protection. You'll probably die from poison anyway. I'm going to reciprocate. Down he goes. Now, the only slight problem is these doggos will be buffing the shit out of each other. Let us... I mean, that is still quite a lot of damage. Let's see if we can kill him quickly. You still got reciprocate for 24 turns. So if I wild shout... Oh, 22 damage, fuck me! Shield! Shield! Okay, you'll do 15 damage, which means I can take out either of you. Or not. Which one is that one? I want to go... the problem is, it's... right, so it's whichever one I have selected, so I want to kill you. Kill you. Doesn't really matter what we pick, seeing as I'm hoping you'll be dead. Oh. Oh, got out of that pretty lightly. Cutting this fiend down feels like a genuine act of heroism. The team has banished something above the simple, unthinking bloodthirst of the other infected. It's unclear whether the haunting smile of this hound walker reflected unyielding wisdom, or perhaps it was a sign of pure evil. Almost as if the other scavengers have been too scared to approach this creature, the team have an easy time finding fuel nearby. So we get some fuel, we get a new ability unlocked. Defense strategy, toggle the exposed status. Overwrites the guard status effect. For a teammate, okay, sort of useful. Glass shards and a poet's diary. Why would I go searching for you now? We did not part on a good note. Okay, good to know. Everything happens for a reason. So the glass shards, enemies that fall below 10 health die instantly. I mean, kind of useful. And we find a new survivor. It's Katarina. She has shoot, puncture, and headshots. She sounds like a fun kind of gal. And then we go on to the next area, which of course is bigger and significantly more threatening. So that was just a quick look at stories from the Outbreak. It's quite a fun little roguelike at the moment, node-like, but it doesn't really have any of that story stuff in there at the moment. Obviously, they do say they're focusing on the mechanics, and the story stuff will come later, which is fair enough, I guess, being early access. But if you like these kind of games, definitely worth a look. It's quite fun. I quite like the interplay of abilities. There's definitely characters that seem better than others, but then it might be the case that there's characters that work better together, and when you unlock those characters, you might want to start with them, so you get a bit of synergy from the get-go. And some characters are just generally, you know, all-round good. People like Anna, right? It's just a pure damage dealer. That's going to be great, whatever. And Samantha is really good with her defense moves. She works quite well with Yanis, but to be honest, both of them don't work well without someone to deal the damage. So this team's actually pretty good, being that we've got sort of like two guardy people and then 2 damage dealers, so that actually works out quite well. But I have had teams where we get like a lot of damage dealers, which sounds like a good idea, but you just take damage over time and there's no way to stop it, and then eventually it all falls apart. I haven't actually made it further. I've got to these guys, got to this boss. I haven't made it past them yet. I've played about 5 or 6 times, but still, definitely worth a look if you like that kind of thing. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.